thing is where they put personal interest above the interest of public service. To me, that's also a core issue that politicians should be aware of. And then there's question of accountability, taking responsibility, being responsible as a leader. One example of that is the Lynas issue. Yes? Now, until the residents made a huge fuss, the government didn't see fit to look into the issues that were raised as to safety. Now, there is a problem as far as I'm concerned with Lynas, and it is this. I'm not against the technology. I have scientists telling me this is a wonderful technology. But the problem is this. It is in the waste management, it is in the waste disposal. And the problem lies in the fact that although our scientists, government agencies, come out and say it is safe, we don't believe them, do we? No. We don't believe them. And I actually said this to some of them, and I said, it may not be your fault. But because the institutions in this country has been so badly undermined that people don't believe anything you all say. So it is a problem with credibility. But apart from that, with Lynas, it's a question of how they went about proceeding with the project, how they issued the temporary operating license. And don't think this is a problem just for Kuantan. We're a waterlogged nation, we have rivers, toxic waste carrying. I'm not being alarmist, I just think people should read and make up their own mind. But the point is this. The cabinet suddenly comes out and one of the ministers says, oh, we will tell them to ship it back. When I read that, I was so embarrassed. Because it showed that our ministers don't have a clue. They fail to understand the problem at all. The precise reason why Lynas is coming here is because they don't want the waste in Australia. So what I'm saying is that our ministers don't even educate themselves about such an important issue. Now, why is the government reacting now? And I'm sorry, I'm cynical, all right? Because elections are nearly upon it. But that's all right. Let's make it an election issue. Let's find out from the MPs, from our MPs, what they think about Lynas, and then vote accordingly. For a start, find out whether they know anything about it, because it's very possible they don't. They haven't been reading the national newspapers. Now, again, the problem with Lynas is the way in which they have proceeded. They never bothered to consult the people of Kuantan. Only now they're coming out with information. It's a bit late. I even asked somebody, look, no matter what you say, I ask you one question. Will you live in Gebeng? Will you? Would you put your children there? I won't. I won't. Because after the Bukit Merah incident, after the Rao mining incident, do you know about that? Do you know that there's a disaster there too? Where they use cyanide for gold mining purposes? I didn't know that until I went to Kuantan for Perhimpunan Hijau, and then I began to hear about the environmental disasters that are taking place. Not to mention the dam issues in East Malaysia. That's another disaster. Those are other issues. But what does all that tell you? Does the leadership value the lives of the people, the health of the people, above and beyond the money that is being made? And I can tell you, you and I are not making the money. All right? It's tax-free for Lynas for 12 years, so we're not making a thing. People of Kuantan are not making anything. They say they want to employ 400 people. That's it. Provided Malaysians are prepared to take the job, that's all they may be getting. So who's gaining? I don't know. Who's making the money? I don't know. I know Lynas is, right? A lot of money. So ultimately, but they're not open about these things, you see? We don't know. What is the benefit? What is it you're saying that why is it so absolutely necessary that this project must go through? So, make Lynas an election issue. The matter is in court, I know, but make it an election issue.